The later game, 3:30 Eastern time, is expected to be the better game. It's A&M coming off the loss to Alabama at Tennessee. Danny, A&M has not won a road game in almost 2 full years. It'll be 2 years this coming weekend.
It's pretty wild when you consider the amount of money, the contract they backed up for Jimbo Fisher, and the expectation was they wanted to make Texas A&M a contender. And instead of that, they've gotten Kevin Sumlin 2.0. I mean, and you could argue that maybe Kevin Sumlin was better in delivering better results. This is an embarrassing record that is still going on, and so they desperately need a win, a signature win on the road against a really good Tennessee team, and they need to shake off what just happened against them in College Station at home, what could have been a signature win over Alabama. They had that game. They had Alabama on the ropes. Instead, they got conservative, decided to punt on a 4th and 1 on the opponent's 44. They mishandled the clock. They got conservative, and it cost them. Very curious to see how this team responds going into a very good, hostile environment and a defense which is almost just as good as theirs.
And jury kind of out on Tennessee. I think that this game is on a neutral site. You might even see A&M as the favorite. The line is 3.5 here. Tennessee only 1 loss, but it's to a bad Florida team.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that's kind of the anomaly when you look at Tennessee, what they've been. Both these teams like to get after the passer, and that's probably been the thing that's been most impressive because Tennessee's defense last year was so bad. They struggled so much, but they're actually getting after the quarterback much better with 22 sacks. Texas A&M has 26, so they're leading the country. At 22, they're just not that far behind. So they're getting after the passer. To me, it's can they handle the physicality? I think Texas A&M is going to want in, try to run the football, try to protect Max Johnson where he got sacked and got roughed up a little bit against Alabama. Tennessee's going to be trying to do the same thing. Can they rattle him and stop those drives? And then also for Joe Milton, it's been very, like you were saying, it's kind of like, I think he's okay, but he's clearly not Hendon Hooker. But Hendon Hooker played at a standard which was almost close to perfection. They do need to get more out of Joe Milton, though, if they want to win a game like this.
All right, that is Danny Kanell picking the SEC doubleheader on CBS beginning at noon Eastern time with the #1 team in the country at Vanderbilt. Then 3:30 Eastern, Tennessee is at home against A&M. You can hear Danny and many of our other college football experts on the Cover 3 podcast. Latest episode just dropped this Wednesday afternoon on Mark Stoops, Kentucky coach, and his NIL comments, and big game breakdowns for Oregon, Washington, USC, Notre Dame, UNC, Miami, and more.